whatever this X and Y is. And actually, before I start reviewing the theories, just to remind you, because it will become even more relevant today, why are we interested in this X and Y? Whether 100% or 20%, it doesn't matter. Why are we interested in it? So I know why something is influencing something. We said we want to try to identify some regularities. I mean, we said Aliza is screaming, no one did the dishes, yeah? Okay, 100%. Why are we interested in it? What does this knowledge give us? It's a knowledge, 100%. What does it give us? Even, we said the sun rises on the east, sunset on the west. This sort of even 100% relationships. What did they give us? I remember someone said it last time. Understanding, what kind of understanding? What? Security. Someone said, I remember, two tutorials ago, like about certainty. And I said peace of mind. But what does this peace of mind and certainty give us? If, that's the clue. If X, then Y. If no dishes, you come home and you find Aliza screaming. Now maybe you like it. Maybe you like it. So what will you do if you like it? That's where good and bad get into. We said that's where the ethical context. If you like it, what do you need to make sure? Never do the dishes. If you don't like it, do the dishes. Now, what does it mean? You see, again, when we want to manipulate, why? The reason why you are interested in the dependent variable, you want to do something about it. You want to do something about it. You want to prevent heart attacks or cause them. You want to alleviate depression or not. Then what you do with it is, we said, that's the ethical context. It's not part of the investigation, but it's the bigger framework of your investigation. So if you do management, if you do decision making, what is decision making in the context of psychology? It's what? Behavior, emotions, cognitions. What is decision making? It's a mental process. I just shorted to write cognitions. But actually behavior, emotions, and mental processes. Decision making. It's a cognitive process. So if you want to influence the decision making of the client, the customer, your business partner, etc., I'm simplifying it just for the sake of the argument. You know that whatever it is, there's something before that this is what you need to deal with, like the dishes. Do the dishes or don't do the dishes. Now, surely that's a simplification, and we will see now why when we'll get a bit more into the approaches. Any questions so far? Okay, so let's start. Two main fields of explanation, and what you will see that at the roots, you said that you can put anything you want here. Management, business, I'm not talking about psychology and political science and sociology. When we are talking about interdisciplinary investigation, what it means is that whatever your concept is, in management, in business, in finance, you are choosing at least one more concept that is from a different discipline. Doesn't matter, it can be, by the way, you can do all the concepts that you want and interested in putting as the dependent variable, you can put them as independent variable as well. You can say decision making or being bossy can explain profit. Again, I'm just simplifying it, I'm choosing silly examples just for the sake of the argument. So, two main fields of theoretical orientation that are actually at the roots of understanding all behavior, emotions, and cognitions. And you know that probably almost everything you do can be part of that. whether as a dependent variable or as an independent. Now actually good question. If I put decision making, if I put here, like let's say profit, just something like that, and your independent variable will be what? Decision making? I don't know, whatever, for the sake of decision making. Employee satisfaction. Yeah, you can say that employee satisfaction in organizational psychology is one of the most, and productivity. Yeah? So, what would be your first question? If I put here, you will tell me, Aliza, I'm not interested in any of it. This is just psychology, I'm not interested. I'm interested in employee satisfaction. How does it affect productivity or leadership styles or whatever? What have you done? You started stretching this model. You started stretching the models. Because if you put employee satisfaction here, the first question I would have asked you, the first question you need to ask yourself, what becomes, so employee satisfaction, explain productivity. What would be, if I'm your examiner or checking your dissertation, first question, and you need to defend your dissertation, first question would be what? Employee satisfaction, productivity. So, think about it like that. I am very satisfied. So, I am likely to be more productive, right? Which is good for your business. And I'm very satisfied. My commitment to my job is very high, and my salary is very high. So I'm likely to be more productive than other employees, right? So you are not satisfied, your salary is lower, and your job commitment you had is somewhere else. So you are likely to be less productive. What's the, good, interesting. That's what you've asked before. Interesting, right? Got an answer. What's the first question you need to ask yourself? What's the first question you need to ask yourself? What is productivity? We sorted that out. We sorted that out. The moment we dealt with X and Y and with the research and everything, we sorted it out. Another question. Aliza is looking in the mirror and she thinks she's fat, that's why she's anorexic. Yeah? So body image can explain anorexia. You don't feel like that, you don't think like that, so you're not anorexic. Interesting, right? What's the first question you ask yourself? Yeah?
How do you measure the level of satisfaction?
You do. You measure it. How can I avoid? I'm not going to let you go now. I really want an answer for that. What's the first question you ask yourself?
Why?
Why what?
Why does it first?
Why what?
Why does satisfaction affect productivity?
We gave an answer to that. How? We gave an answer to that.
Why does this?
To what degree?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Why does
To what extent?
why does this?
We gave an answer to that.
What is the nature of the relationship that we hypothesized? Productivity.
We gave an answer to that.
When does employee satisfaction not cause higher?
That's embedded in the other side of the coin. Nice try. Think about it like that now. If you want, think about it from the other angle. If you want to increase productivity, what do you need to make sure? That Aliza is satisfied. Aliza is satisfied. You are not. So you need to make sure that she is satisfied, and the one that comes after her, the new employee, is satisfied. So what do you ask yourself? Why am I satisfied and she's not? That becomes the question. Why do I look in the mirror and think that I'm big even though I weigh 4 stones? That's the question. You know that if I feel like that, I'm more likely to be anorexic. More likely, not 100%. And if someone else doesn't feel like that, can be over the moon, cool. So what becomes the question, what I'm trying to show you, that this is how you start analytically, start stretching the matrix of analysis, your paradigm. Because this, if you want, we said if you want to change, because what you will find that if you try to isolate it and minimize it, you're actually moving away from where you can influence your dependent variable. And we started, I think one of the first sentences I said, that what we want to achieve is to understand. To understand. There is no understanding without explanation. Everyone knows and agrees about that. There's no understanding without going back to the root of whatever it is that you do. And the root is here. So, first, biological approaches compared with psychological approaches, theories. So, look at it like that. Core argument. Nothing more, nothing less. The rest is analysis, details, decoration, accessorize. Core argument, biological, genetic. What is the genetic explanation of the human being? Genetics. Genetics. Genetics can explain human being. That's the explanation. Everything else is details. One thing I want to actually, I've not forgot, but just skip a little bit. Behavior, emotions, cognitions. Everything you will investigate. And I don't mean investigate just because you're doing field work and collecting data, etc. Anything that, any concept that you will be dealing with that involves the human being, you will have behavior, emotions, cognitions. What's the easiest thing to see?
Emotions.
Emotions?
Behavior.
Behaviors. Because behavior can be seen. You can see me laughing. What can you make out of it? That I'm happy? Oh my God, that would have been a wonderful world, wouldn't it be? That when I laugh, I'm happy. And that when I cry, I'm upset.